All right, part two. Only thing we have left of the shack here, SketchUp intro, is the chimney, doing the openings for the doors and windows, and showing you what's called a 3D warehouse. That might have to be a part three though. Hopefully not. Get through this as quick as possible because I know you guys are all paying attention. All right, so what we have left here is the chimney up top, and the placement of it is given to you here 4 feet off of the corner of the house, right? So you can think of this as in the same plane as the top of the rectangle for the roof, right? So if we were to do hidden lines and all that, perfect, right? It looked like that, and that's on that plane. So why that's important is if you look over here, draw a circle. It's the little drop down next to the rectangle circle. If I was just to draw a circle now, click just to show you, it's not on the right plane, right? It just pulled that out of the top of the roof. How do I get it to draw on that actual surface so that I'm in line and the chimney goes straight up like a chimney goes, right? So let me just undo all that stuff. Space bar to get back to the regular pointer. All right, so I want to draw on the top of that house. My triangle's in the way. If I right click on the surface, look, it's making that part hatched, the dotted hatched, right? It's just that part. I can go to hide. And now look, I'm looking inside of that rectangle, or that triangle, I should say. And it's made what's called a shell. And now I can actually draw the rest of the placement for the chimney and the actual chimney. You can click on this view, but it's still kind of covered, right? So I want to show you another way, just so we're aware. Remember, views, get into the habit of drawing it, but for this particular aspect of this drawing, you should see something else, right? So I was mentioning before the colors, right? I want to be drawing in that plane. If I'm actually have a blue rectangle here, it's drawn on this plane, on this face, I know that's going to be correct. So I'm going to click here. Look, it's showing it green for a second. It's kind of tough to see underneath my mouse pointer. But if I start pulling out, you'll notice blue rectangle, I'm on that face. It says on that face, right? And it's 4 feet. So 4 feet, comma, 4 foot, enter. That corner is where we're going to pull up our chimney. So I'm hitting spacebar to get back to the pointer, circle. The measurements for the circle, it says 1 foot diameter, right? So if I look here and I click on this endpoint and I start pulling this out, if you look on the bottom right, it says radius, right? So if I have a 1 foot diameter, I need a 6-inch radius. I don't have to type in the inches symbol because that's what it defaults to. So I'm just typing in 6, enter. There's my chimney point, and I actually want to erase the rest of those marks I made. I want to erase them because on the press pull, which I'm going to do right now, it would have pulled up like a pie shape, right? Not the full circle. So how high up does this chimney go? All right, we did the 1 foot, we did the 4 foot, we're going up 5 feet. So back over here, I can go here, 5 feet. That's not letting me type because it doesn't think I'm in the software. 5 feet, enter. All right, spacebar to get back. So we have a chimney. Oh, 5 feet's not high enough. 5 feet's like the edge. No, don't make it 5 feet. Make it no, leave it 5 feet. Yeah. All right, so how do we get back our side of the house, side of the shack, I should say? We want to unhide it. How do we do that? We have nothing to click. Over here on the right side, you got these eyeglasses display. Comes up a bunch of different things. We'll worry about all this stuff later, but up top here, it says unhide, unhide all. There is the rest of our roof, and there's our chimney sticking out of the top. Perfect. So you notice it's still a separate surface, which is great, which is what we want. But now we have the chimney. I'm going to go up to display here and just close the display. So I'm left with just my scenes. I'm hitting isometric. There's my shack. Beautiful shack, tiny little chimney. It's fine. All right. So what do we have left? We have left doing openings for doors and windows. I'll show you how to place those and press pull them in a little bit for 3D warehouse stuff. Is that how the order I want to do this? I think so. I think I'm just going to start with just the window, show you guys 3D warehouse, and then you guys can enter, pull all that in yourselves so this video isn't 8 hours long. All right. So on here it says the window is 2 foot and then 2 foot off the edge. I, of course, didn't give you a dimension up from the bottom. Whoops. We'll just make it wherever we want. Doesn't matter. We're learning. All right, so I'm actually just going to draw a 2-foot rectangle, but look, I want this to be on the correct plane, on this face. So I'm just going to rotate around, click on my scene, click front view, and you notice I have the 2-foot, or I'm drawing a green rectangle. That means it's on that face. I'm drawing it off to the side because I want to show you guys the move command. Well, I already forgot the dimensions, 2 feet, 2 feet, comma, 2 feet, enter. There it is. And on the right here, or left, move command, you want to move it, and it's going to be by endpoint. But first, let's get our location for it. So I'm going to just go to line this time. I'm going to go up. Sure, I'm choosing the midpoint. I'm going over red line. I'm on that face. Again, important stuff. Pay attention. 2 feet, enter. I want the midpoint of my escape spacebar. I want the midpoint to hit there. So when I go to my move command, I'm going to click right here. And look at that. It's only going to move that. That's not what we want, right? So I need to spacebar, highlight it all, now move command, now click on the point. See what happened there? I had to select everything first with just the regular selection tool. I hit spacebar so I get the regular pointer back. I'm clicking midpoint, endpoint, there we go. Spacebar to get back to my regular selection tool. And now my window opening is placed on the surface of the object. I can click on that line now and delete it. I can go to press pull and I can start pulling this in. Remember, we didn't make this a shell, we didn't make this an actual house. So it's not going to be correct in that regard, but just press pull it in a little bit. Distance doesn't matter because I'm about to show you that you're going to pull in something from the 3D warehouse where it's already set for you and drawn. So on the right side here, what button is it? 3D Warehouse. They changed the logo on me. Click on 3D Warehouse. This is a repository of other people drawing things already that you can input in. So it looks like someone drew the ship from the Mandalorian. We got an arcade cabinet. We got bonsai trees. So a lot of the stuff we can just pull in and we don't have to worry about actually drawing it ourselves, which is perfectly fine. Yes, we can make things look like that. We're not there yet. So up top here, I'm just going to type in window, windows. I mean, look at all those different options. So something to pay attention to now that you are on a Chromebook is the size of what you're pulling in. So if you're looking down in the corner here, this says 72 kilobytes. This says 13. All right, 9, 84. You have slow internet, you're working on a Chromebook, it's not a full computer. You probably want to choose ones that are small, right? Real small. 203. Why is that 203? There's a lot of different components to it. Maybe they drew something crazy. It goes all over the place. 2. I'm liking the 2s. I'm going to pull in this one. It's the wrong shape, which is fine. We will reshape it and scale it in a second. So I'm going to click this 2. I'm going to click download. Completely off in the middle of nowhere. I do want it on this plane though. So look at that. This window is the size of my entire shack. I can use this as a door. So I'm actually going to place this in the corner of my window. So it's actually in the right plane. So I'm in the house. That's fine. It looks like I was at the midpoint. I probably should move this again. Oh, see this? It's on like a windowsill. So this is a little tricky. Pay attention to a lot of stuff here. And things get cumbersome. And there you go. So I'm on that point. Perfect. I want to scale this down, it's called, so it actually fits. So under the move command is scale. And now it gets all these green boxes on it, which is perfect. I'm in my house right now, so it's going to scale it uniformly. Can I just hide things, and now my box is back again. There's my scale option. I want that center green box because it's going to scale the whole thing and scale. Look at that. And then endpoint. I'm a little low. I can move it later. All right, so I'm hitting spacebar to get out of my scale, bring back my display, unhide, click away. There's my window. Might need to move that up, or is that just the shape of it? We're learning. All I wanted to show you really is placing an object in and scaling it, right? Scaling the objects is going to be important from things that you pull in from the 3D warehouse fitting the size that we want it to fit, right? So when you're pulling things in from the 3D warehouse, it may not be the size you want. So you got to scale it. So you get those green boxes that come up and you want to actually hit it at the right point. I'm not going to do the door. You guys can figure out the door. It also says add 2 more windows. Go for it. You want to add a garage door on the side. Go for it. But one last thing I want to show you is adding materials and like colors and stuff. So there's the material buttons here, right here, a bunch of different options. If you hit the search, it shows you a lot more. So roofing, like this roof, you get a paint bucket now and it just dumps it on. Beautiful. Make sure you rotate around. Beautiful. I want a metal chimney, a diamond plated metal chimney. Perfect. I am not picky on how you want to make this. Brick. It's a brick shack. Classy brick. Perfect, right? So you are going to go around, color materials, do the search. You can get a bunch of different ones. You can just do colors, even ones that you've already made. You can adjust with the eyedropper over here. So say I want my brick color to be that color. Same thing, same idea. Or say you pull something in from the 3D warehouse and you like those colors as well. You can also make it those colors. But do cover your whole shack and then go into your 3D warehouse and start adding things from the outside. So we have a chimney. I think smoke is actually an option. Is it? I thought I saw smoke before. Well, add different things. Add landscaping, bushing. Oh, wow, they've changed their search things. Landscape. Mouse works great. Did I mention you need to save often because this software crashes? All right, but add things on the outside, add mailboxes, make it pretty, do the openings, and then I'll show you how to turn it eventually. Right, you're fine right now. I haven't shown you even the background. What is that? Scenes? Where's scenes? Styles. Yeah, styles. Default styles. Grass. Ooh, ah. All right. Good luck, have fun.